Hey everybody, it's Patsy, and I am here to do the monthly reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and Jupiter. Jupiter would be relevant for those of you who are looking for a husband. Okay, so you could check your Jupiter if you're looking for a partner. If you're male or female, Jupiter and Venus could be representing your counterpart. So, moving on. I'm trying a new setup. I've been off a few days, and I decided to come back and finish you all up using this setup. So let me know. There's a poll on the community page, and also just make a comment below. Let me know if you mind this, if you like this, if it doesn't matter, whether or not you're seeing my face on camera or not, as long as I'm giving you the reading and showing you the cards. So, but I'm fine. I look well. I'm, good. But I just thought it might be a change, and maybe it'll enable me to come and do some videos when I'm really not feeling that up to it, or I'm, as far as putting on makeup and doing something with my hair and all that other stuff. My own personal vanity, even though, I haven't gotten any complaints yet, but I didn't want to, I just want to have an alternative and see how it works. So be patient with me, and thank you for your coming and checking me today. And I know that this is late and you've been waiting, but for those of you who follow me and are subscribed to the channel, you know that I had a death in the family earlier this month. My uncle, my mother's brother, who happens to also be my godfather, passed away, and we had to go down to Virginia for the funeral. And then when I got back, I got laryngitis. I guess the change in the weather and everything else back and forth, it was a little too much. So Spirit said no, and it was good. I needed to rest my voice, I guess, or rest in general. And took advantage of the opportunity to just do some things that I needed to do, some research, following the breadcrumbs, etc., along the journey. So let's get started with your reading. We're going to be getting cards from the Rider-Waite deck, from the Tarot of the ORISHA deck, and oracle cards from the Answer is Simple deck by SONIA COUQUETTE, and the oracle from the postcards from Spirit by COLETTE BARON-REID. And we'll see how it goes. I might give y'all a little treat for waiting all of this time. This reading is good from now until the end of March, the beginning of April, or whenever you see this, then it's meant for you to see it, okay? So they're pretty much timeless. But for purposes of organization, this is Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, for the time period between now and April 1st, 2019. So as I was shuffling, I got two cards, and Spirit told me that I needed to hold on to them and talk about them at the beginning. So the first card that came is the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so Nine of Swords talks about being distressed, upset, just anxious, paranoid, a lot of anxiety, sleepless nights, nightmares, just feeling put upon, abused, etc. Things like that. Like you don't know what to do, in anguish. But in the reverse is saying that you are coming out of that, which makes sense when accompanied by this card, the Orisha, which is just like the Magician in the Rider-Waite Tarot. So this is saying that you we're able to incorporate all the tools that you have to help you come out from this anxious, depressive state. Now, Spirit told me that I was going to need to actually read part of the book definition of the Nine of Swords reverse, even though I'm sure we all know what it means. But there's something in here that may be important and relevant to your particular situation from now on, whenever you are dealing with this situation, whenever you come across this video. You all know what I'm trying to say. It's early. Okay, so this reversal can indicate coming out of a depression. The nightmare is over and things are improving. Confession has taken away your guilt and your self-blame, and you've been pulling yourself out of self-pity. However, it may still be difficult to find the energy or the faith needed to push through this project without giving up. And you could also be in denial of your feelings of shame, and depression, or loneliness, as though defiance or protesting too much against it. So you are fighting your feelings. You're fighting your depression or your loneliness. Or this could also talk about a delayed reaction to a loss or some negative experience, okay? This could also talk about psychological shadow work or spiritual soul searching involving a willing exploration of your fears and self-hatred. Your anxieties may be justified and your suspicions are warranted. Thus, this can be authorized pain or sorrow. You might be moving away from danger or hiding from a villainous acquaintance, a backstabber. You may be the object of gossip and slander. But these words, the slanderous opinions or gossip, may be triggering some of your own self-criticism. And so then you may be avoiding others. Or you may just feel that you're being treated unfairly and your desire is to restore your reputation. If this is about someone else, you may think of them as afraid and beaten down or fixated on fantasies, dark fantasies. This also could be talking about a bully or an abuser who has no remorse and will more than likely abuse you again. In the shamic realm, this is the death of the youth or maiden. This is a terrifying encounter with the unknown, or talks about the breaking of taboos. So, a spiritual struggle, gossip, defiance, suspicion, shame, disgrace, infamy, rumors. But remember, it's a warranted suspicion if those things apply to you. So that's saying that if your spirit is telling you something, you're suspicious about someone's motivations or the situation around you at work, at home, relationship, family-wise, your suspicions are warranted. Now, warranted doesn't mean that they're all true, but that the actions, yes, okay, the actions of the person that you're observing would lead one to feel justified in their suspicions. So, now for the ORISHA from the Tarot of the Orisha, the Magician. This talks about a wise counselor who's making wise decisions with a deep and emotive psychology that will reach deep inside of your mind and your heart. This talks about protection from evil, peace, and spirituality. A measured, cautious person. And above all, strong meditative abilities, strong concentration, and strong willpower. This talks about having a strong belief in a higher power, which is the only way to success. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. And that's from Hamlet, Act 1, Scene 3, William Shakespeare, right? Now, despite the importance of this card and the character representing it, we should keep in mind that a priest of any religion is just an ordinary person like every other human being with equal needs and characteristics. Therefore, despite his rank or his role, we may take into account the meaning of this card when it is upside down. When a priest acts incorrectly or outside of truth and justice, no matter what the religion, he loses all of his ashe, or his power, since nothing that comes from God may become evil or distorted. In this case, apart from losing grace and force and power, he may lose his guardian angel and all his spiritual guides, thus losing his character as a priest. Common sense is the highest virtue, and it is wise to speak the truth and act in accordance with nature. So, that is just if it were in the reverse, but we got it in the upright, but Spirit told me that I needed to read that part too. All right, so there may be someone around you, someone who you respect, someone who you look up to, that may have disappointed you also. That could be what the combination is saying, that this person who you had a lot of trust and faith in may have disappointed you, Leo. So your feelings are being acknowledged. Spirit is acknowledging your work, your victory in this matter, and your hurt, your concern, your disillusionment. But again, your faith has carried you through this experience and is enabling you to reaffirm your faith. You're becoming stronger. The next card out for you is the Star card, right? So this is a card that represents Aquarius. What did I say? Aquarius. What is that? Anyway, Aquarius. So maybe the person that you are concerned about in this is an Aquarius. All right, or maybe you have Aquarius in your chart somewhere. But this is also talking about a healing, which would be relevant with what has been shown to us thus far, right? So I know you can't probably see that, but you know it's there. We'll put it back up when I get to the other cards from the Tower of the Orisha. So this healing that you brought to yourself, through yourself, by your faith is real. You've gotten some clarity, some healing, and you have hope because, you reached into yourself and you reached up to your Creator. You asked for assistance. The next card you have here is the Knight of Pentacles. So this is talking about an offer of stability. So this could be reinforcing that now you have regained your stability. Maybe it took a long time. But you having patience with yourself and the situation, taking your time, has brought you back to a place of stability. Could also be speaking of someone offering you some stability, someone that you may have been waiting for a long time, or maybe you're going to get a raise that you've been waiting for a long time, or a check that you have been expecting. For some of you, maybe coming. It's been taking a long time, but it is on its way sometime during this time period. So you have awarded. You're being awarded, rewarded. Okay, you're being rewarded with a new beginning. Okay. So the ability to come up out of this energy, restabilize, regroup, is giving you a new beginning, a chance to start all over again. Something from zero, okay? Starting all over from square one. A new adventure, an opportunity after healing. That's been a long time coming, Leo. I say. All right, let's see if we can get one more card for you. And truth, clarity. Truth and clarity are also on their way to you, or have been brought to you, or you are going to be given someone or some situation some clarity. So maybe you are going to reclaim your power and let whomever may have had you in this state of depression, maybe you're going to let them have a piece of your mind, perhaps, or perhaps that person is on their way to you to tell you the truth, or tell you something, whatever they think the truth is, because they have felt the change in your energy. Because I think we're talking about someone who is your spiritual counterpart. Could be a family member, could be a romantic interest. It could even be your employer, someone at your job, your supervisor. But you are embarking on some new phase of the relationship between you and that person. Okay? Standing up for yourself. All right? Overcoming, seeing through their shadiness, perhaps. And they're either going to come towards you to defend themselves or to present themselves in some way. But you're good, you're grounded, you're stable. You have your position, and you are turning your back, perhaps, to this declaration from this individual of innocence. It's like they're saying, hey, where you going? And you're like, whatever. You're giving them the back of your hand, like, yeah, okay, all right, because you are going forward to your healing and getting away from the distress. Very nice. Okay, and okay. All right, at the bottom of this deck is the Page of Wands. Yeah, they may be coming towards you to offer you some explanation, some love, some fun. They may be asking you to go out somewhere. If this is a romantic situation, could be asking you out on a date. But you're protected. You have clarity. And if they come towards you, Leo, what I'm hearing is if you choose to entertain them, you're also going to give them some clarity. Oh my goodness. And the card that was underneath that is Judgment. Yeah. So you are going to be, this may be karma for some people. This could be karma for someone. And you are going to be bringing down the judgment in this situation. You are going to be bringing the truth. You are going to be freeing yourself and them from this. And the next card underneath it was the Six of Swords. Yeah. So moving on, moving away from this and towards a happy ending, a new foundation. Okay. Doesn't have to be with that person. It just is. Okay. So whatever happens, you're protected and you are going to be able to stand up for yourself, speak your truth if necessary, let yourself be understood in regards to this situation and this person. You're going to be very clear. So they're going to know exactly where you're coming from and that you are headed towards something stable that's going to make you happy. So from the Tarot of the Orisha, to go along with the Magician, the Baba-Orisha, let's see what other energies we can get. What other messages are there for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter for the time period between now and the beginning of April 2019. So we have the Three of Fire. So this is working to, this is like the Three of Wands, right? So this is looking towards your future, okay? All that you have accomplished, your savings, your investments, IRAs, I'm being told, okay, anything that you have been counting on to be there, available to you when you retire or when you move or change jobs. But this is you developing some stability for your future, knowing that it's there and expecting it to be there when you go for it, right? This could be speaking about an earth sign, maybe. Fire sign, definitely. So this could be someone who is a Leo, yourself, right? Okay, Sagittarius or Aries. And the Magician also could be Aries. For me, it could also be a Sagittarius. It could be a Gemini in some cases, also, if that's relevant to you. But that doesn't matter. This is someone who is powerful, yourself or someone around you, who is respected, who is a leader, a teacher, someone who you admire and respect. And so you or they expect that this is going to be waiting for you, or this is your goal, and you have worked hard to achieve it. All right, you've done the work. And this is what you have to look forward to. So, moving on towards your new chapter in life with abundance. So it could be that you're retiring. All right, maybe you're retiring, or maybe you're quitting the job. Maybe that's what all of this is. You decided to put in your notice because you're tired of your employer or your coworker or your partner, you know, as far as work goes, career or school even, and you are retiring, moving on, and you are looking towards A brighter future. Oh, these are too many cards. All right, let's see. So we have the Ten of Fire. Okay, so this is like the Ten of Wands. Again, being able to move through a challenging situation, all right? Being able to, if you look on this card, this person is walking over hot coals, right? So this wasn't easy. It took skill. It took a lot of finagling, knowing to be careful, watching your step along the way, but you got through it. Completed. So you definitely could be talking about retiring, okay, or quitting your job, or it could be changing locations, moving away, something that you wanted to do for a while, sell a house. Okay, some of you may be selling a house and moving. It's been a long wait, and maybe you were worried about it. Maybe you were worried about whether or not you were going to be able to get your price for your property or find somewhere to live, find a new place that you'd like. But you got what you wanted, or you're getting what you wanted. These cards all fell out face up. So I guess we'll go with it. The next card here is the Earth element. All right. So could have something to do with someone who is an Earth sign. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Ooh, yeah. So this could have some connection with someone who, again, is someone that you look up to, who is related to spiritual practices, a priest, a clergy person, someone. All right, maybe that is who this is here for you. But this is in the reverse. So this could mean that you have not heard from this person. There could be a connection between you not hearing from this person and you gaining your abundance or being able to enjoy your abundance because maybe this person has moved away. This could be an inheritance. Okay, this could be an inheritance that you may be acquiring from someone who is a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, or have those aspects in their chart. So this may be inheritance or a gift that you have been waiting on and that you had to go through a whole lot of mess and changes in order to receive it. And then we have the Eight of Earth. So this is like the Eight of Coins. So yeah, something that you have been working very hard for or through, all right? But you're proud of what you've done. You're proud of your work. So again, this could be severance from a job, could be your retirement. It could be you created something that it could be like a piece of artwork or maybe a book that you're publishing or some work that you're doing that shows off your talents and gifts, and that could be bringing you the abundance. Yeah. And then we have the Seven of Fire. So again, Leo, this is a fire sign. Could be you or someone around you who has fire in their chart. And this talks about standing up against a bully, defending yourself. okay? Having the shield of protection from the divine, your ancestors, your ancestral team have been protecting you and strengthening you as you stand up for yourself, and they just want you to know that you are protected. And then we have the Two of Fire. Again, fire sign, and definitely Leo. Look at you right there. Male and female, masculine and feminine. So this talks about finding your direction, doing your research, acquiring knowledge, skill, doing your homework before you make a change. Okay, so maybe you looked around, you did some research on the place that you're moving to or the new job that you are acquiring. This could also be talking about you doing your inner work, your spiritual work, finding out more about your roots, where you're from, so that you know where you're going. This is talking about not being afraid to use your tools, to stand up for yourself, and to continue to seek out more knowledge. All right, so now we got the Two of Earth. So this is like the Two of Coins. All right. This is protecting your legacy. This is about ego. This is about making your material possessions your priority, making your reputation a priority. All right. Someone who is a Capricorn perhaps around you, but it's like an immovable force. Maybe not so attractive, but it's stable. This was in the reverse. So this could be talking about fear of losing your reputation, fear of you losing your stability, or losing your reputation or stability, or it could be talking about losing respect for someone who may be a Capricorn or another earth sign. Okay, losing your respect for this person because you gained some insight and some knowledge after you were defending yourself, working hard. After you received this inheritance, or maybe the inheritance wasn't financial, it was some spiritual information. Maybe you've discovered something in your own heritage or legacy that you didn't know was there. And maybe there was someone who you feel was trying to hide that from you, or to make you doubt yourself, lose out on an opportunity. And so now that you have gotten some enlightenment about the situation, it may be causing you to lose respect for this person, or taking them off of the pedestal that you may have put them on. All right. And here's the water element. All right, so this is someone who may be water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Hmm. So this could be talking about this is a very emotional situation for you. Okay. This has caused you to get in touch with your emotions. This is talking about perhaps allowing yourself to be vulnerable. All right. Sadness, maybe because you have had this epiphany about this person. So you may be happy that you have come up out of this depression, but at the same time, it's an emotional situation. Maybe this is someone that you loved. Like I said, it could be a parent or a clergy person, or it could be someone that you had a relationship with, a love relationship. And so even though they may have put you through the ringer, and even though you had to use all of your strength to get out of the situation or be able to see it from a different perspective, maybe, it's still very emotional to you. Seven of Air. Yeah. So this is like the Seven of Swords. So this is feeling like you've lost someone, someone deceived you, and they left without a word because maybe they felt your energy. Maybe they knew that they were busted. And so they flew the coop without a word. Okay, they kept no closure. They gave you no closure. So this could be an air sign, which would be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. And I said earlier that this could be representative of a Gemini also in your life. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Okay. And I did mention Aquarius with the star card. So that person could be any air sign, or you could have air in your chart. Could be talking about you leaving the situation, walking over those hot coals and getting yourself away from there. Even though this is emotional, you're like, you're going to leave maybe without saying anything. And the last card that fell in that pack was the element of air. So this is about Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, again. And this is about communication. This is about clarity. So maybe you are walking away without saying anything, or maybe you're saying a lot as you walk away, as you turn your back on the situation, after you abandon this project, after you quit this job or quit this relationship. Feeling free, getting clarity, being able to start over. New beginning in love, new beginning in freedom, independence, clarity in the situation. New start. And the bottom of the card, of the deck rather, is issue. Yeah. Opportunities. All right. Things may have been chaotic, but you've made it through. Issue is like a legba in the Orisha Pantheon. Okay, Spirit said to get that from the book for you too. All right, issue. Issue is one of Elegba's 21 archetypes. All right. His day is celebrated on August 24th in Brazil, Argentina, Paraguay, and Uruguay. St. Bartholomew's Day. For those of you that wanted to know that, someone did, because that's why I read it. Okay. This talks about someone who is full of vitality and knowledge about life. Someone with the innocence of a small boy, but has had the experiences of an old man. Time doesn't affect him much, and he's got constant energy. He's a workaholic, and he works really hard to attain his goals. This person is a poet, creative. And in order to communicate with him, you will have to leave aside any of your fears and acknowledge in your heart everything that you know, all the gems that you know he holds inside of himself. This is about a loyal and faithful companion and friend, a partner, someone that will help you along the path that you have started. This is a card with high psychic content, and this may also be warning you about any dangers or imbalances in your psyche. But this is about triumph and new opportunities, new associations, friendships. Could be talking about joining a fraternity, a sorority, or a lodge, making new friends, a new path, and the abandonment of material things as you go in search of spiritual things. And they're quoting Kay Gibran. It says here, your friend is the answer to your needs. Okay, so for those of you who needed clarification about someone that you're associated with, whether or not you can trust them, yeah, a friend who can be trusted. And that was at the bottom of the deck. And the card that was next to that is Yemaya. Wow, I was thinking about her this morning when I was starting to get this together for you guys. Yemaya, excuse my nails, I gotta get them done. Yemaya is the Orisha that governs the oceans, okay, and the seas, along with Olokun. Yemaya is the mother, all right? She is nurturing, all right? Olokun rules the bottom of the ocean, and the Bataki, the moral of the story about Olokun is that no one knows what lies at the bottom of the sea. So this could be talking about you solving a mystery, right? Or someone maybe that you feel is a mystery. That could be your friend here. All right? But Yemaya is here to tell you that you're protected and you have nothing to fear. There's nothing that anyone can do to you because you have all the tools that you need and you have the protection of the Orisha, the protection of your ancestors, the protection of Yemaya and Olokun. So that's the message from the water for you. Ah, Shay. So there's no need to fear. Whatever. Okay? No fear. You are protected. So when you go into this coming time period, Leo, know that whatever you do, you are protected. And any moves that you make to uncover or to call someone out, do it with love and compassion, but stand up for yourself if you feel the need to. And have no fear, because you're right, you're protected, and you may be doing someone a favor by uncovering them. They may not know that consciously, but subconsciously, they may have been asking for it, right? Ooh. And as I said that, say I'm sorry. And this is from the Answer is Simple deck by Sonia COUQUETTE. All right? It's an oracle card. So, someone needs to apologize. So maybe the person that offended you, or maybe you owe them an apology also, or maybe you need to apologize to yourself for getting into the situation. The answer is simple. Say, I'm sorry. You know what? Let's do this like that. So let's see if this is better. If I place that there. All right. So, very good. All right. Say you're sorry. Let's face it, the ego hates to admit that it has made mistakes, and it doesn't like to say, I'm sorry. Instead, it conjures up a long list of excuses and explanations for its poor and fearful behavior. The ego ignores the impact that it has on others because it's too busy defending itself. Your spirit, on the other hand, doesn't hesitate to apologize for all mistakes the ego makes as soon as they become obvious. It knows that we are all students here to learn, and mistakes are an essential part of the process. Your spirit also lives in the now and is aware that the best way to be present is both to forgive and to ask for forgiveness for errors as quickly as possible. Now is the time to follow your spirit when it comes to mistakes. Where might you have caused injury or hurt to another's spirit? Where might you have spoken harshly, given someone a reason to doubt him or herself, or diminish the spark of someone else's fire? Where have you been stealing joy, or feeling resentful or jealous, or even spoken disrespectfully about another? Because we're all one spirit, these mistakes not only hurt others and dim the light of the world, but they hurt you as well. So follow your spirit back to the place of injury and say, I'm sorry. Keep your prideful ego from preventing this important healing. Every apology calls back more of your light. So apologize now to others and to yourself. So you may feel that you have been wronged or someone has wronged you, but I guess this is saying to, again, take a look at everything and see where you were wrong. Where did you let yourself down? Where did you let this other person down? Did you say something to hurt them, or did they say something to hurt you, or was it mutual? Okay, so let go of ego. All right? Don't diminish someone else's pain or their being offended because you were telling the truth or you were just speaking out of turn and you didn't mean to hurt them. Okay, so this again about self, looking at yourself. All right, and the next card that fell out for you, Leo, is number 20, connecting with your soul family. Ashe. That reduces to a 2. So it's about love, love for your family, love for yourself, good friends. It's not necessarily your physical 3D family of origin, but at the same time, it is. It's about connecting with your ancestors, connecting with your roots, and celebrating that connection. So, number 20. This isn't the moment to attempt things alone. Your spirit is isolated and needs extra support and energy. It's time to convene with kindred spirits. Contact those who genuinely know you, love you, and appreciate your spirit. Create a way to be together with your loved ones, whether it's a leisurely conversation over the phone, a shared meal, or a walk through the park. Their support, affection, and perspective will re-energize you and help you to gain your confidence and put clarity on your present situation. Whether you need someone to act as a sounding board for your concerns or simply help you take your mind off your worries and step back and have some fun with those that you love and trust best. Time spent with your soul family will allow you to remember that what's most important to your spirit right now, and the added support is essential to your success. So, getting in touch with your soul family, your ancestors, your spirit guides, your entourage, your spiritual entourage, along with your family, your sisters, your brothers, your aunts, your uncles, your parents, grandparents, cousins, whoever you vibe with. That's going to take your mind off of this situation and allow you to have some fun, okay? Some childhood memories, just getting together and having a good time as a family, I'm hearing. For some of you, take the opportunity when you can to connect with your soul family and with your regular family. So maybe some of you have lost touch with your family recently or over the time period that you have been involved in this situation. If this has been going on for a while, maybe you have been a little bit of a hermit. So Leo, I think what it's saying to you is for you to remember that your family here, your physical family, for some of you, is replenishing for your soul and strengthening for your spirit, even if they don't believe what you believe as far as your spirituality goes. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Everybody has their own path. But what's important is that you be yourself, okay? That you stand up and you know, be who you are. Don't hide yourself because you're afraid of controversy from your family because of the choices that you may be making. At the end of the day, that's where your heart is and that's where you get your strength from, and they know you best and they love you best. Even now, for some of you, this doesn't apply. You know, we have some families that are, all families are dysfunctional, but there are some families that are a little more dysfunctional, and it may not be safe for you to be around them like that, but you can still pray for them and forgive them. And if there are any good times that you can remember, be grateful for those. And if you have nothing positive to look back on at the moment or that you can't bring to your remembrance right now, then just be thankful for the experience. Be grateful for the lessons. And if you don't know what the lessons are, it's time for you to start figuring it out. Do some soul searching. Ask the divine to reveal to you what was this whole experience about then. And that could be in anything at any time, all right? But celebrate the people here in the 3D who have traveled this journey with you, even if they're not aware yet or as awake as you are. But just don't separate. Don't allow yourself to be isolated. And for some of you, know that isolation is a form of abuse. If you're dealing with someone who is requiring you to separate from your family, but they're not saying that, okay. They're isolating you without saying it out loud. It's not, this is different from trying to, separate your partner or your friend or whoever is advising you about a toxic situation. Now, we're talking about someone who is manipulating you into isolation, away from your family, your friends, your familiar surroundings. So keep that in mind as you are making moves forward. If you are moving, buying a new house, relocating, be mindful of where you're going and what would be your support system in your new environment should things go a little left. All right. So even in a job, do you have a mentor, somebody that you can connect with there? It might be a good idea to make those connections or make friendships so that you can know that you're not by yourself, even if you're moving to a new place, a new area, a new country, a new part of the world. Take your connections with your family with you. Okay, make sure that you can still communicate through Skype or somehow, so you don't lose touch with them and they don't lose touch with what's going on with you. Always make sure that you have some connection to home base, as long as it's safe for you to do that. And try to establish a support system for yourself in your new surroundings, along with taking your ancestors and setting up your spiritual altar wherever you land. So from the Postcards from Spirit by Colette Baron-REID, we got Be Fearless. Ashe. Front of your card says Be Fearless. Those of you who've never seen these cards before, that little stamp up in the corner says 2 cents. So this is a message from your ancestors. Heaven is putting in their 2 cents. Dearest you, are you taking yourself and your problems too seriously? Maybe fear of the future is weighing on you. You would like to take a little break. No, sorry. We would like you to take a little break from all that start and having fun. We would like you to take a little break from all that and start having fun. Okay. When you stop fixating on what has been making you so heavy-hearted, we get a chance to move some magic into your direction. We just need you to let go a little. Spirit needs some room and gets very inspired by your laughter and when you have fun. When was the last time you got really loose and silly and goofy? Maybe you need to go dancing or watch some funny comedy to make you laugh, or call the old friend that you know that will remind you of how ridiculous and delightfully giddy you can be. You will return refreshed and renewed and ready again to see the world as less daunting. And you will be ready to receive, in perfect timing, the bounty that Spirit has for you. Don't you just love how much we care about you? Amen. So that's your message from your ancestors. They want you to go out and have some fun. Let your hair down. Like, call up your friends, your cousins, folks that you know that make you laugh, that you can be silly with, that you can be young with. Someone who brings out that side of you. Maybe it's somebody that you have to extend an apology to. That's part of your family, your soul group. That could be it also. Maybe there's a family member that you need to extend an apology to. Someone that can make you laugh. Someone who will laugh about the situation with you and be willing to maybe go on vacation with you, all right? Or at least get on the phone and chop it up with you. So this is about reaching out to those who love you, your family members that you may have lost touch with. Okay, yeah. Some of you out there that may be relevant. So put aside the nonsense, apologize, accept apologies if they're offered. If they're not offered, doesn't matter. Forgiveness is not about the other person, it's for you. As long as you forgive them, then you transmute that negativity for the both of you. So you don't have to wait on an apology to forgive. Remember that. But something has brought you through, something has been very stressful for you, but your faith has brought you through it, Leo, and you're being recognized, applauded, and you're being given additional tools, connecting with family, friends, your family, your friends. Ah, yes, your family and friends. To have a support group, just in case you need some backup the next time. So don't be cutting helpful family members off, because they could be of great use to you in the future when you're facing more situations like this. Got to trust somebody. And it can't always be the person that you're in love with, because sometimes they mess up. So you need someone else to be a sounding board, I imagine, or at least someone to help you reground yourself. And because I made you wait so long and the video is over an hour now, for those of you who are still with me, I'm going to get a couple of romance oracle cards for you, for just as a thank you. Let's see if there's any message for Leo. Okay. I guess here we go. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of love to shine. Yes. Yes, this is a confirmation of this message. Okay? So get in touch with those people in your life that make you feel young again. Like I said, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins. People who you can play with. People who get you. All right? I say, Spirit, very nice. And chemistry. And those of you who watch this channel know that chemistry, for me, indicates family, connections of family. Also could be talking about someone that you have chemistry with. But again, this is reiterating your need to go play with your family. All right? So make amends with somebody. Start reconnecting with your people here in 3D and your ancestors also. All right? You deserve this advice. You deserve this help because you had faith and you made it through. So Leo, thank you so much for allowing me to share these messages with you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Ooh. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share these messages. All right. If you feel that it resonated, please make comments below. I love reading your comments, and I usually respond to everyone pretty quickly. And share these messages with someone who is also a Leo, who may gain something from this reading. So I'll be talking to you guys real soon. All right. Enjoy the rest of the month. All right. Be well. Namaste. Peace.